never know about that.
How did you know?
How do you know this? That's cool.
How do you know about that?
Yeah, how do you know that? Did I tell you that?
It's the first time we've met.
You are definitely known for your incredible interviews.
The best part about it, 100%, is you, because you are a gifted broadcaster and interviewer.
Sean Evans is the best fucking host on the internet.
Just a dude that eats wings and interviews famous people. You know, I remember growing up what TV meant for me as an escape. My dad used to watch Letterman and he would tape them, so he'd like binge watch them on a Saturday. When I would sit down with him and he'd be throwing his head back laughing, I'd make him pause and explain the joke to me.
With millions of hits every day, the internet juggernaut YouTube is becoming an important method of exposure for many aspiring comedians.
When I graduated, there was no immediate sort of TV job there. You know, like there was no thing that was like immediately there for me. The thought originally from my professor, shout out John Paul, he said that I was so glib that I should be a weatherman.
This is a perfect textbook look at this weather system. Look at it spinning like my curveball back in high school.
In All-Star Weekend 2014, we were supposed to do all of these interviews. I didn't know where they were gonna live or what was gonna happen, but it was right when Complex launched the YouTube page. They were like, hey, these interviews that you're doing, can we just put them on our YouTube page? Liked them enough to offer me a job. Yeah, I ended up getting rid of my apartment, breaking my lease, selling all my stuff, and I was in New York 30 days later. The real genius is my partner in all this, Chris Schonberger, and he runs First We Feast, and he came up to me and was like, hey, I have this idea for a show where we interview celebrities but eat violently hot chicken. The way it hit my ear, it was just like so funny to me.
Hot sauce, breaking down celebrities, felt like a good idea. I sent an email with the pitch and said, I could host it, or Sean Evans could, because Sean worked down the hallway for Complex.
And Sean was kind of like this breakout star of the Complex News universe.
Hold on, everybody. You're watching First We Feast Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today I'm joined by Tony Yayo.
The first episode is maybe like 7 wings. We call in Tony Yayo from G-Unit to help shoot the pilot, and so he's helping us workshop out the beats too. We didn't really have any idea of what it was or what it would be. We kind of thought it would be this funny show. We have the celebrity interview format, which is such a tired format. We're like, well, how do we make these interviews not boring? You have so many celebrities, they'll sit down. They're in a PR-driven flight pattern. Right. So what can we do to disrupt that? Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and this is Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings.
And today I'm joined by Anthony Rizzo,
Prince Mukamura, DJ Khaled in the building. You really have to believe in what you're doing because there is no immediate payoff. It's just me and Chris kind of being naive, picking it up as we learning, really paying attention to our audience, being motivated by like the growth, because it wasn't always a big hit show.
First of all, I don't even know nothing about this show. No disrespect to your show.
Okay. Like our first couple of seasons, it was really a struggle to get views, and sometimes I was like, wow, I'm really eating a lot of spicy stuff for
no reason.
For no reason at all. And today I'm joined in studio by Machine Gun Kelly.
The Machine Gun Kelly episode, while I don't think the views were crazy, that was the one I think that galvanized us.
That was when I knew that we had something too, was that shoot, when he was just cursing everybody out and doing laps around the studio, and like I was just like, this is so compelling in the room that I know that it's going to translate to the video even that much better, and I've never seen anything like this.
It's so hot, dog.
Yeah.
Don't you feel me? Why are you sitting so calm?
Listen, I'm no superhero.
Yeah, I'm not a superhero. I'm just a normal guy.
Listen, I'm no superhero. You know, I'm no superhero. The sauces, they hit me, but what it really comes down to is it's better than having a real job.
First episode that we ever did where we woke up in the morning and it was 5 million views, #1 story, trending, blah, 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 was when we had Key and Peele in.
So, Sean, I'm having a stroke.
And that was just something that worked, I guess. Kind of just been a runaway train since then. We had a shoot with Kevin Hart, which I think unlocked another category.
What y'all got going here is genius.
It was just me and Chris, and we could make this thing work on our terms.
It's a great question.
A great question.
You're so great at this, dog. You're really good at this, bro.
Oh, wow, that's a really good question.
I think this is my favorite interview I've ever done in my life.
You know, if they're gonna come in here and burn their faces off, sweat on camera for us.
Gotta be honest with you, pal. I've been better.
And we should at least try to meet them halfway with what is hopefully a thoughtful, career-spanning interview along the way.
You proper care. It's great.
Well,
I love
yeah,
that.
you know, I do, you know.
And
I think it's only right, you know, if we're gonna have you jump through this hoop, we gotta jump through a couple ourselves.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't have to. You don't have to care as much as you do. You really do. It's really amazing.
Oh, I think you just try to set the guest up for success, set yourself up for success, and then whatever happens, happens. Maybe it's a lesson in trauma bonding.
Yeah, you did your research, huh?
Research. Wow.
But
Oh, wow.
yeah.
You really do your research.
Chris Schonberger, who's my creative partner in all this, what we'll do is we'll divide and conquer. If it's an artist, we'll listen to their music. If it's an actress, we'll watch her movie. As the show's gotten more popular, like that process has actually gotten more intense.
Literally the greatest questions I've ever been asked. Seriously, like I'm blown away by, I don't know who's working for you, but fucking don't fire them.
An edge that I have, I think, is the body language feel. Sometimes you can see in maybe like an interview that isn't great that like that person doing the interview is just leaving a lot of change on the table. I can kind of see when they want to keep talking about
add on to
something.
it, yeah.
We work so hard on the interview, and I love the art of interview, but wouldn't be a good interviewer. So there's a vicarious thrill of like building it out with Sean and then him executing it.
And it's a banner day in internet history as we open up season 8 with Gordon Ramsay. Getting Gordon Ramsay on the show was like the next thing that like took it up a level. Side of the restaurant setting.
125 million views.
He was the most requested guest ever. Hi, Gordon Ramsay. Given the expectations and the way that we executed against those expectations, proud of the team for that one.
This has to be the worst I've ever fucking eaten. Shame on you, big boy.
If I were to try to get somebody into the show, it's like if you watch the Paul Rudd episode.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us.
Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me.
Or like the Gordon Ramsay or Charlize Theron, Scarlett Johansson, Eric Andre smashing plates over his head. We had Aubrey Plaza. She was just taking the milk through her nose. If you like those episodes, you'll probably like the show. In the beginning, we'd basically have to trick people into coming onto the show. And then now it's just become part of the pop culture. Doing the show has been the greatest honor and privilege of my life. I absolutely love doing it and don't take for granted for a single second the way that we've really captured lightning in a bottle. You know, not only with the format and the success of the show, but also in the people who make it. You know, we've been together doing this for a very long time. This is my baby. I'm obsessed with the show, and I'm really proud of the show and what we do and the way that it's just sort of done laps and laps and laps around everyone's expectation. And
Goes to Hot One.
Sean C. Evans with the Webby for Best Web Host of the Year.
we accidentally invented that what's it like to have a beer with this person show, you know. Shaq's on 6, working ahead, but we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Gram, where we do a deep dive on our guest's Instagram, pull interesting pictures